Shalom. I'm Yaakov and this is Tivin, and we're going to break down chapter 17 in Joshua. And if you have not seen the previous videos, please do so you understand what's going on up to this point. So with that being said, this is chapter 17 in Joshua breakdown.
Joshua 17 and verse 1 says, "There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, to wit, for Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, because he was a man of war. Therefore he had Gilead and Bashan."
Who else is a man of war?
God.
Yeah, the Lord is a man of war.
"There was also a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh by their families, for the children of Abiezer." Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. "For the children of Abiezer, and for the children of Helik, and for the children of Azriel, and for the children of Shishim, and for and for the children of Hefer, and for the children of Shemitah. These were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, by their families."
Shemitah sound like a Judite.
Yeah. "But Zelophehad, the son of Hefer, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons but daughters. And these are the names of his daughters: Malah and Noah, Hagla, Milcah, and Tirzah."
Right. So Noah is a unisex name, male and female. Somebody got a daughter named Noah. Never heard that, right?
Never heard that.
Girl named Noah.
"And they became near before Eleazar the priest, and before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the princes, saying, The Lord Yahweh God commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among you, brethren."
Among our brothers.
Inheritance among our brethren. "Therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord Yahweh God, he gave them an inheritance among the brethren of their father."
Mm-hmm. So notice, now again, Christians are going to deal with this. Notice they're talking about this inheritance among the children, among the brethren of their father. So this inheritance has something to do with your bloodline. It depends on who your father is, whether you get this inheritance or not, and depending on your father, which inheritance you get. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Just like the gate of heaven, the gate of heaven. Ain't no gate, it gates, plural, right? If your name, if your tribe is not on that gate, then you ain't going into that kingdom. Everything is numbered in name. Khan?
Khan.
Okay, let's keep going.
"And there fell 10 portions to Manasseh, beside the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were on the other side Jordan. Because the daughters of Manasseh had an inheritance among the sons, the rest of Manasseh's sons had the land of Gilead. And the coast of Manasseh was from Asher to Macmethah, that lieth before Shishim.
No.
And the border went along on the right hand into the inhabitants of Antapitu.
Into Pur.
Right. Now Manasseh had...
Don't be in Tapur. Because there's two P's. In Tapur.
Now Manasseh had the land of Tapur, but Tapur on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim. And the coast descended until the river Kanah, southward of the river. These cities of Ephraim are among the city of Manasseh. The coast of Manasseh also was on the north side of the river, and the outgoings of it were at the sea. Southward it was Ephraim's, and northward it was Manasseh's, and the sea is his border. And they met together in Asher on the north, and in Issachar on the east.
Who's Issachar? Anybody know?
Mexicans.
Right. So-called Mexicans. Asher, those would be, if I'm not mistaken, they would be from, who's that place? What, the Nicaragua?
I think
Is that how you pronounce it? Nicaragua?
Nicaragua.
Those and also by the Panama, between Nicaragua and Panama, those are the Ashers, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Right, keep going.
Verse 11 says, And Manasseh had in Issachar, and in Asher, Bethshean, in her towns, and Ebelim. Am I saying that right?
Where you at?
11. Bethshean, in her towns. Ebelim.
That'll work. Ebelim or Ibelim?
Ibelim in her towns, and the inhabitants of Dor in her towns, and the inhabitants of Endor in her towns, and the inhabitants of, what is that? Tanakh in her towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo in her towns, even 3 countries.
Right, just talking about a lot of territory. Again, we're talking about all this territory that we're sizing up and taking, that we've already conquered.
No.
And Asher is Colombia to Uruguay. That's what Asher is, Colombia to Uruguay. Right? Let's keep going.
Nicaragua.
Say it again.
Nicaragua.
Right, but this is Uruguay.
Oh,
Uruguay, right, from Colombia to them. So these are also northern kingdoms. Asher. Keep going.
Yet the children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites should dwell in that land.
Right. The children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites would dwell in that land. So we haven't conquered these ones that we just named. We've not conquered them yet.
What?
Yet it came to pass, when the children of Israel were waxing strong,
Waxing strong, and we're becoming. The word waxing is becoming.
that they put the Canaanites to tribute, but did not utterly drive them out.
Right. So we were able to force them into make them fearfully pay taxes to us, but we went to the point where we were strong enough to get them out of there. So, but we were strong enough to make them pay taxes. Everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And this is talking about Manasseh and Ephraim.
And the children of Joseph spake unto Joshua, saying, Why hast thou given me but one lot and one portion to inherit?
Yeah, what's up with that, man?
Seeing I am a great people, for as much as the Lord Yahweh God hath blessed me hitherto. And Joshua answered them, If thou be a great people, then get thee up to the wood country, and cut down for thyself there in the land of the Perizzites and the giants, if Mount Ephraim be too narrow for thee.
And Joshua answered them, If you be a great people, then go to the wood country and cut down for yourself there the land of the Perizzites and of the giants, if Mount Ephraim be too narrow for thee. So go over there with them people and deal with them giants and go get that stuff. Everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
If you're a great people and you can't get what you want, go over there with them giants and get what you want. If Ephraim be too narrow for thee. Go ahead.
And the children of Joseph said to the hill, and the children of Joseph said, The hill is enough for us,
It's not
not enough for us, and all the Canaanites that dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron. Both they who are Bethshean,
Right, that's Sheehan.
Bethshean and her towns, and they who are of the valley of Jezreel.
Right. Read that again.
And the children of Joseph said, The hill is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites that dwell in the land of the valley of the chariots, And the children of Joseph said, The hill is not enough for us, And all the Canaanites that dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron.
Right, they got all this equipment and all this stuff that they can use to fight us. Go ahead.
Both they who are Bethshean and her towns,
They who are of Bethshean. Go
they
ahead.
who are of Bethshean and her towns, and they who are of the valley of Jezreel.
Mhm.
And Joshua spake unto the house of Joseph, even to Ephraim and to Manasseh, saying, Thou art a great people, and hast great power. Thou shalt not have one lot only.
Okay, so Joshua said, you're not gonna have just one. You're gonna have what you need, what you want. Go ahead.
But the mountain shall be thine,
The mountain shall be theirs.
for it is a wood, and thou shalt cut it down, and the outgoings of it shall be thine. For thou shalt drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots, and though they be strong.
Right. So Ephraim and Manasseh, they're obviously lacking in the faith that Joshua had, saying no matter what they have, we still gonna conquer. You're still gonna get what you want. Don't worry about what they got. Don't worry about what they got. So that's what we need to do now in Israel. Right now, we are a nation coming back to an existence and growing inside of a nation, which again is treason. You can't do that. That's number one. Number two, it ain't but a few of us. It's just a few niggas and spicks on the highways and byways sitting on the corner talking about shalom, shalom. So that in itself, to a carnal man, is suicide. To a carnal man, that is suicide. That's like half of China, which is a huge country. Half of China would be afraid to come to the Americas and say F all y'all. There would be no sense for them to do that. They know they would be put to death if they did that. It would be a slaughter. If half of China came here in the middle of USA and said F all y'all, they will be destroyed. They won't be going home. They won't be going home. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
This is half of China with all their missiles and everything. Those people that came here, they won't make it back. Especially during a time when it's heated war coming up. That's crazy. We are doing that. What they won't do, we're doing that. We're in the middle of the strongest country on the planet. And we're saying death to America. This is what we say. When we say Qom Yasharallah, anybody know what Qom Yasharallah means?
Rise.
Rise Israel.
Right. Rise Israel. Israel is a nation. It's a government. And we're saying rise Israel to a government that does not exist in the eyes of Edomite because they wiped it out. They erased our nationality and gave it to their brothers. What? The people, the Amalek that are in Israel right now, what are those people? Anybody know where those people come from? What country they come from? Give me one country they come from.
England.
Give me one country where they come from.
Africa.
Say it again.
Africa.
Africa. The Amalek. The Amalek that are in Israel. You think the Africans?
Oh, okay.
Amalek, the people who stole our home, they're in Israel, right? Who call themselves the Jewish community.
Oh.
The Jew, they turned our nationality into a religion. They call it Judaism. Where do those people come from? Give me one country where they come from.
Europe.
Arabia?
I honestly don't even know who the
Europe.
Jewish people is.
Europe? Is Europe a country? Is Europe? What is Europe?
Europe is, oh God, it's a continent, right?
It's a continent,
Yeah.
right? So what country did these people come from? The Amalek. Can anybody name one country they came from?
Iraq.
Write this down. Amalek, the ones in Israel, they come from Russia, they come from Germany, and Hungary. These are the three places they come from. That's who they are.
Say it again.
Russia, Germany, and Hungary. They're Hungarians, Germans, and Russians. That's who they are. That's Amalek.
And Hungarian.
They're Hungarians, Russians, and Germans.
Okay, I guess that's what they're in.
Everybody understand that?
HUNGARIAN.
Remember that. These are people that stole your, they're the one who took your name. So know your enemy. Know who's in your house. know their names.
Jeremiah, stop it. Come here, Jeremiah. Come here.
Everybody got that?
Yes, sir.
So China again would be committing suicide if half of their people came here and did that, and we're doing it, which is a few thousand people. Most Israelites can't name many Israelite brothers and sisters that they know that actually keep the laws. Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Most Israelites, the true Israel, most Israelites can't even name 5 to 10, 20 Israelites that they know. The ones that actually keep the laws. We can't name that many. I've been in the truth for 7 years now. I can't name, I can probably name on my right hand how many actually keep the laws. And most of them are right here that I know personally that actually keep the laws, that actually fear the Most High. Because if you don't fear the Most High, you don't keep His laws. Con?
Con.
So that is the breakdown for Joshua 17. And with that, we say shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're just going to keep on rolling. Let's just get some precepts real quick. Let's go to Luke 21:9.
Luke 21:9 says,
You know what? Let's go up. You know what? Let's start at 1. Luke 21:1.
Luke 21:1 says, and he looked up and saw the rich man casting their gifts into the treasury.
So rich men putting gifts into this big box, treasury. Big rich men giving gifts, whatever gifts they're giving. Okay?
And he saw also a certain poor widow casting in thither 2 mites.
Okay? So a mite is like 1/8 of a penny. A mite, write that down. A mite in your notes or wherever you can. A mite is 1/8 of a penny. That's nothing. So Yahushua is noticing these things. He's looking. He see these rich men going over dumping money, $20 bills. One might put a gold ring that he had and his family don't care about. That it would feed somebody for a whole month, but he don't care about it. He got it laying around. He's balling like that. Then he see this old lady come up with half a penny. First of all, what government would create monetary transaction note that is a half of a penny or 1/8 of a penny? 1/8 of a penny. What type of man would do such a thing? Why would you do that? What sense would that make to create a coin that's worth 1/8 of a penny? Y'all understand that?
Yeah, it's worthless.
Right. Only a man who's corrupted would do such a thing, or unrighteous man would create something like that. What could be equal to the value of 1/8 of a penny? What? It makes no sense. The only reason why an Edomite or any other person in the nation would create such monetary coin is to give it to us. They don't want to give it to themselves. When I was a boy, old white people would have me do little things for money. I would cut their grass, but whatever I did, and they would give us, me and my twin brother would give us change. They would give us nickels and dimes and quarters or whatever. And one old lady would give us coupons. Coupons. She knew we smoked cigarettes. We was like 14 or 15 at the time. She knew we smoked cigarettes, so she would give us old white lady coupon cigarettes, like Slim something, whatever. You know, them old
Virginia Slims.
Virginia Slims. Stuff like that. Anything. Just, I'll get that and pay them with that. She paid us with that. And we would go to my mother and complain. My mother said, she would say, just do it. Just look out. Just help the woman. She's old. We didn't really want to do that, but we did it because my mom said do it. You know, and she wasn't Edomite, but my mother said just look out for her, you know. So anyway, they don't pay each other like that. They don't pay each other like that. My father, he would do certain things. My father used to sell fruit, and he would sell fruit to black and white people, and he would actually buy it from white people, you know. So, but I noticed the kind of money they were giving my dad. My dad would buy like a big quantity, a truckload of stuff. I just, when I was a kid, I didn't know exactly how much they were paying my father, but I knew they wasn't paying him what they were supposed to be paying. I could just tell. I could just feel it. Everybody understand what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. You can just tell when somebody don't respect you enough, or your family, or your household enough. They just don't respect enough to be straight with you. The way that your principal might come to your house, or your teacher who is an Edom might come to your house, or whatever it is, you just feel the pride. You feel that arrogance and pride that they have. You understand? Mm-hmm. The only reason why there's a such thing as an eighth of a penny is for niggas and speak for Israel. That's the only reason why that would even exist. Y'all understand that, right? Yes, sir. Feel that. All right, so Yahweh is watching this. He's watching those rich dudes, and then he watches old lady with that half a penny. Y'all understand? Let's see how Yahweh feel about that. Let's keep reading.
Verse 3 says, and he said, of a truth I say unto you,
this is Yahweh talking,
that this poor widow had cast in more than they all.
He said that poor woman with them an eighth of a penny coins, she gave more than all them rich dudes. Let's keep going.
For all these have of their abundance cast into the offerings of God, but she of her pure penury have cast in all the living that she had.
Penury is poverty. Write that down. Penury is poverty. So again, to reiterate this, what's going on. If Steve Harvey gave you $10,000, he's worth 80 million. Last time I saw something, 80 to 100 million. If Steve Harvey gave you $10,000 cash, and your next door neighbor who work at Family Dollars part-time and has EBT give you $20, and that's all she had, cash. That's all the cash she had. Who gave you the most?
She did.
Everybody agree to that? So, sister, why did that woman give more? She gave $20. She gave you $20. She worked at Family Dollars part-time and get EBT, and she's struggling. That's all she got. She gave you $20. Her last $20. Steve Harvey gave you $10,000. Why did that woman give you more? Maya. I'm sorry?
I didn't know you were.
Oh, you didn't know I was talking to you?
No.
I think I'm looking at you. I gotta put my glasses on. Make sure I'm looking at you. So why did that woman give more?
Because that's all she had, and she's thinking by helping her neighbor, she'll get a blessing out of it.
So, Sister Nyla, why did Steve Harvey give you less? He gave you $10,000 out of his $80 million, and she gave you her last $20. Why did he give you less than what she gave?
Because he's worth more than what he gave. And what he gave wasn't his last.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So, she gave you more of what she had, right?
Right.
She gave you more of what, she didn't give you more cash, but she gave more of herself. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Right.
No matter what Abel gave the Lord, it was more of himself than what Cain gave. Whatever Cain gave, it was less of himself than what Abel gave. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Right. Let's keep going.
Verse 5 says, and
Which, by the way, too, also that applies to everybody's what you're giving today for the lessons that we're doing. So that's the same way. If whatever you did was the best that you can do, that's what counts. That's what counts. If it was your best, everybody understand that?
yes, sir.
If that was the best you could do, then that's what the best you could do. But the Lord know if you could have done better. The Lord know that. Everybody understand? The Lord know they could have gave me another minute. They could have gave me a little bit more effort. they could have did a little bit more research. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So don't nickel and dime the Lord. You don't want to do that. Give him what you got. Give him your time. Make time. Make that effort. Do that work. Give it to him. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's keep going.
Verse 5 says, "And as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, he said,
Read that again.
and as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, he said."
Now, before we go into what he said, this is what he's noticing. So remember, he said that poor woman gave more than all them rich men, right?
Yes, sir.
And as some spake of the temple, now there are other people talking about, man, this is a beautiful structure. While Yahushua is watching this played out, he listens to other people talking as he's watching the rich man, that poor woman. He hear other people talking about how beautiful this building is. They're admiring this carnal building, right?
Yes, sir.
And this is what Yahushua said. Go ahead.
"As for these things which ye behold, the days will come, in the which there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down."
Right. Yahushua said, y'all up here admiring this building, and y'all ain't paying attention to what this old lady is doing. That old lady don't mean nothing to nobody but Yahushua. Because that's the only thing he received that he saw that was pure and beautiful. That old lady. All them other men, that don't mean nothing to him. And the people who are speaking, he's rebuking them people. They probably don't even realize it. He's rebuking them. Y'all still been talking about all that stuff. That's garbage, yo. That stuff ain't gonna be here. That stuff is gonna go by. You understand?
Yes, sir.
This is so. Think about how he's speaking then, because that's how he's speaking now. He's not at work trying to make friends. He's not. Yahweh don't give a damn about your friendship. He's not trying to make friends, even with Israel. He's not trying to make friends. He's rebuking these so-called niggas. He's rebuking them. Y'all sit up and sweating that stuff. That stuff will be gone, yo. That stuff is going bye-bye. Con? Let's keep going.
And they asked him, saying, "Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass?"
Right. So when is this stuff? You talking about it's gonna be all gone? Everything gonna be thrown down? When is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? When is this stuff going to take place? We gotta know. When is it gonna go down like this? Go ahead.
And he said, "Take heed that ye be not deceived.
Mm-hmm.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them."
Right. So again, remember Yahweh, and all of us, we speak slang. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
We speak slang. Of course, when he said these men are going to come saying I'm Christ, he's not speaking literally. They're going to say I'm Christ. He's not being literal. He's saying that they're going to come as him. They're going to try to pretend that they're speaking for him. They're going to pretend that they are holy men. They're going to pretend that they're doing the work of the Lord. That's how they're going to come at you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Just like I think it was a movie in Temptations. With the Temptation, he said might have been Five Heartbeats. Y'all remember Five Heartbeats?
Yeah.
He said Eddie Kane Jr. He said Flash trying to take my spot. He trying to do my riffs. He can't beat me. Y'all remember that? Y'all might be too young to remember that much.
I think I do.
He said Eddie Kane Jr. said Flash was trying to take his spot and running. He even riffed like me, man. This is when they were trying to talk to Eddie Kane Jr. tell him to stop drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I remember that.
He was getting high.
Yeah.
And they came to tell him, you don't shake up, we gotta get rid of you. And he said, oh, you gonna replace me with Flash? You can't replace me. Nobody can take my spot. That nigga's trying to, because he's trying to sing like me. But he can't sing like Eddie Kane Jr. Can't nobody sing like Eddie Kane Jr. You understand that?
Yeah.
He wasn't literally saying he's trying to pretend to be me. He's not like Flash. He wasn't saying Flash gonna change his name from Flash to Eddie Kane Jr. That's not what he was saying. He was saying he's gonna copycat me. He's trying to walk like me, act like me. But he said that nigga can't be Eddie Kane Jr. Can't nobody be Eddie Kane Jr. but Eddie Kane Jr. You understand that? That's what Yahweh saying. These brothers gonna come saying they Christ. They saying they me. They gonna come saying they me. You understand? It ain't literal. Edom will tell you that's literal. That's what they will say. Well, we're looking for someone that's going to say that they're Christ. That ain't what he's talking about. He's talking about men who are not saying, thus said the Lord. They're not going to come with you, thus said the Lord. They're not. Because if they use the words in here to edify you, if they're not using these words, you automatically know that they're not speaking for the Messiah. You already might know that. But if they are using these words, they're never going to put themselves in a position to make you think they're the Messiah. Because this goes against that. If they're using this to edify you, there's no way you can think that he's Christ. There's no way. Y'all understand that? If a servant of the Lord does what he's supposed to do, there's no way you would be confused. Because even the Messiah says, you're not going to say, is the Lord over here when he comes? Is he over there when he comes? He said, when I come, it's going to be like lightning. It may start in the east, but then it may crack in the west. It's going to cover the whole sky when I come. It ain't going to be he's over here, he's over there. Don't run after every word. Don't chase every word. Because when I come back, everybody going to know at the same time. That's what the Messiah said. So if anybody's not telling you that and teaching you the opposite of that, you automatically know that they're not speaking from the Most High. Come? These things we must know. These things we must. So when he said they're going to come saying, I'm Christ, that's not what he meant literally. They're going to come at you saying, thus said the Lord, but it ain't really thus said the Lord. Prove it. Show me that it's saying that. If an Israelite, after waking up, listen to a man teach them without using precepts is a damn fool. If any Israelite listen to a man teach without using thus said the Lord is a damn fool. Anything I say to anyone, if it's my opinion, I'm going to say this time, I'm inclined to believe this. I'm inclined to believe that. Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Because if I mislead a man, that's woe on me. I get destruction for that. Y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
Never, ever. That's one of the things I tell anybody that I convert. From now on, after reading Deuteronomy 10 and 12, now you know what you must do after learning you're an Israelite. You must keep laws, statutes, and commandments. And from this day forward, never, ever, 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 ever let somebody teach you the word of God without using the word of God. That's 101. Con? Right. Even if it's me, don't let it happen. Let's keep going. Verse 9.
Verse 9 says, but when ye shall hear the wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by.
By and by is. What is by and by? Anybody?
Before long.
Right, that's exactly what it is. By and by is before long. Now let's read that again.
But when ye...
The next time we say before long instead of by and by.
Yes, sir. But when ye shall hear the wars and commotions...
When you hear... So remember they asking them when it's going to go down when all this stuff is torn down. Right? They may be thinking he's talking about this building, but he's talking about the North Country. He's talking about the North Country. Understand? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
That explains that in Revelation 11:8 that where we are now is where the Lord was crucified. So he's in the he's under the government of Rome right now, but he's talking about this government.
Yes, sir.
That we'll prove that in a minute. So they would ask when all this is going to be torn down, and there will be no two bricks on top of each other. When is all the destruction going to happen? And he said, "Go ahead, read that again."
But when ye shall hear the wars and commotion...
So when you hear about the wars and all the commotions about these different wars going on your television set, on your smart TV, you're going to be watching about these wars. Go ahead.
Be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass.
It must happen that you have to go and be in a life where you're watching TV and you're hearing about these different wars, about a third war. That's got to happen. Go ahead.
But the end is not before long.
Mm-hmm. You understand that? Mm-hmm. But the end, after you start seeing on your smart TV about these wars going to come up, the end won't be long after that. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
It won't be long. Because remember, he said that the end is closer than what we once believed. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
That's what your God said. Let me say that one more time. Your God says the end of this whole world is closer than what you ever believed in your mind. That is a secret that nobody knows but Israel. I'm trying hard not to use profanity right now. I don't want you to profanity. That's a secret that only we know, and them MS who lied to us, they know. They know that this is the end days. Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
They know that it's close. They know that it's close. Y'all gotta know that. Y'all, to them, if you don't take heed to these words, you are nothing but a rat trapped in a box, a hamster on a wheel. If you don't understand these words and live by them, you're nothing but a hamster running around the wheel, waiting for your master to put you to death. That's all. All day you're running, working, paying bills, paying. You're just a hamster running for nothing, waiting to be put to death and destruction. Wake up. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Right. All praises. All right, let's keep going.
Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Is that happening?
Yes, sir.
Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Go ahead.
A great earthquake and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places,
What is diverse?
different,
Mm-hmm.
and famines and pestilence
Mm-hmm.
and fearful sights
Mm-hmm.
and great signs shall there be from heaven.
Are there any types of signs and things going on in the sky right now?
Yes, sir.
In the heavens? What's going on in the heavens right now? What are we seeing in the heavens?
We're seeing UFOs.
That's what they call them, but what are we actually seeing?
Chariots.
We're seeing chariots.
Yes, sir.
We're seeing chariots in heaven right now. So all these things taking places?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. Different places, we got different things going on, wars, famine, and this is going to get worse and worse and worse. Remember, these are all the things that must take place. Don't be afraid of these things. They got to take place. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready. So remember, he's answering this question, when is destruction coming? Your God is giving you a warning, telling you when these things are going to take place. And Yahushua, such a cool brother, is giving you detail. Point for point. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. This is going to happen. Point for point. That's a cool brother. How many brothers take time to give you point for point? You ask a brother, how, you got a good job, how can I get down? Some brothers just say, well, man, you just got to go apply. That's it. That's all he's going to tell you, man. You just got to go sign up and go apply. He's not going to tell you where to go, what number. He don't going to give you the number he used to talk to the person who gave him the job. He's just going to say, man, just go apply. You understand that? Mm-hmm. Yahushua is telling you point for point, step by step, how to not be destroyed when he's coming back. Con? Let's keep going.
Verse 12 says, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you.
Read that again.
But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you.
So before all this stuff go down, the way it's going to go down, because it is going to go down worse than what it is. These are just the beginning. This is just a drop in the bucket of what's going on. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you. Go ahead.
And persecute you.
Right. What is persecution? What is it? Give me somebody tell me what it is to be persecuted.
To be punished.
Say it again.
To be punished.
That's one form of persecution. What's another form?
Saying what you're saying is a lie.
That's a form of being persecuted. Anybody else?
Death.
I think, did she say death?
I said that.
What did you say?
Punished.
Oh, okay. I'll let that slide. But death is a punishment. Let's go with that word persecute.
Persecute. Who says persecute? Subject someone to hostility and ill treatment, especially because of their ethnicity, religion, or sexual orientation, or their political beliefs.
Let's get some similars.
Oppress, abuse, victimize, ill treat, mistreat.
Right. So persecution is just done wrongfully or done unrighteously, disrespected, scoffed, ridiculed. If somebody flipped you the bird, that's persecution. If you're teaching on highways and byways, somebody throw a rock, they don't even have to hit you, that's persecution. If they just look at you, if they just mean mug you, that's persecution. Don't be offended. Don't be offended. If someone persecutes you, don't be offended. That's prophecy.
We get persecuted every day.
Right. And embrace that. Because that's your ticket to the kingdom. That's your ticket to the kingdom. Enduring persecution.
Speaking of persecution, well, I'm not gonna say speaking of persecution, what they're doing as far as like removing the DEIs from the all of these companies. That's
Who?
a
The
form of,
DDIs?
yeah, like the discrimination, ethnicity. They're basically saying that the diversity and the inclusion, that's no longer a thing when it comes to like companies. Like, say if you go for an interview, they no longer care about that. Like diversity and inclusion, like a lot of
diversity and inclusion.
Yeah, so a lot
Some
of
companies, you must have a black, Hispanic, or another
Right.
nation working with you.
Got you.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make it like a
All white business.
yeah, they're trying to desegregate now. Well, yeah, segregate now.
Okay.
Basically, and because that happened, a lot of us have been laid off.
Yeah.
Was terminated, or
Right.
they just decided to quit.
Right,
And a
right.
lot of those companies are like Target and Walmart.
That's where Israel worked.
Right.
So you're saying that, cause I forgot there was a name for that. So you're saying that when companies had over their heads, they had to have diverse nationalities
Right.
working with them, particularly minorities.
Right.
They had to show that they have minorities working there. You said that no longer apply to these companies.
Right. Trump just ruled with that.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. Wow. So they no longer have to pretend,
Yeah.
even pretend to care.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Wow. All right. So what do we stop at? 12?
Yes, sir.
All right. So before all these that shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons. Did you read the whole thing?
No, sir.
Okay, you go ahead, take it.
I'm just gonna start out.
All right.
But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
Right. So this is going to happen before that. Let's get a precept in Jeremiah 30 and 3. Jeremiah 30 and verse 3.
Jeremiah 30 and verse 3 says, For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I give to their fathers.
Gave
to their fathers, and they shall possess it.
For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah. He's talking about us today, said the Lord Yahweh God, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave their fathers, and they shall possess it, which is what he's going to do. He's going to give us salvation and give us our land back. Go down to 7.
Yes, sir. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Go ahead. So we're going to be saved out of Jacob's trouble, which is about to come. When they start persecuting us and locking us up, killing us, doing whatever they want to do and changing the laws, when they do all that to us, salvation is going to come after that. Go ahead. Or out of that. Right?
For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh God of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will bruise thy bonds, will burst thy bonds.
Let me see it. First.
Okay. I will break the yoke off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
All right. All right, let's go back to Luke 21. Where did we stop at?
13.
Luke 21, 13. We're on 13.
So, real quick too, Let's go to that Revelation real quick. 11 and 8.
Revelations 11 and 8 says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. There also our Lord was crucified."
Right, so we know that America is the second Egypt, or the new Egypt. We know that.
Yes, sir.
We know that in Deuteronomy 28:68 that we didn't go back into the city or the ancient city of Egypt. We came to the Americas. We know that in 1619. So he's calling America Egypt. Everybody understand? He's calling it Sodom because what did Barack do when he came into office? He made it legal for a man to marry a man.
Yeah,
So, which had to happen. It had to happen because this was already written. This is written 4,000 years ago. These things are written years ago, 2,000 years ago. So it's already been prophesied that where we go back into slavery, which is called the second Egypt, is also called Sodom. So it had to happen where it was legalized for two men to marry. That had to happen because this place is not only Egypt, it's also Sodom. Con? And it says where also our Lord was crucified. So wherever we got off the slave ship and the last time we're going into slave on slave ships, wherever that's going to happen, that's which is also called Egypt, it's also called Sodom. It is also where our Lord was what?
Crucified.
Right. So as far as Yahweh God sees it, his son was crucified right here. Right here. You understand? Mm-hmm. It's the same spirits, the same people. Different name, different look, but the same. Bear with me because I have to keep that profanity coming out because I know yeah. So though my speech may be rude and you know I speak truth. I speak truth. So we're where the Messiah was crucified. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Spiritually. It's the same place. That's what your God is saying. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
So that's what he's talking about the stones coming down. Let's go to Baruch right quick. 2 and 30.
Baruch 2 and 30 says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves."
Right. These hard-headed people are going to remember me in that day. In that day, they're going to remember. 1/3 is going to remember and go back. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. Though they're going to remember they're Israelites. Prophecy. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
This is all prophecy. They're going to remember who they are in the land of their... Is this happening today?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a coincidence. All these things can't be coincidence. All these things. I mean, we're talking about everything that's going down. Everything that's going down. We're talking about a third war. A third war. So if it was almost a second world war coming out, then it would make sense. How can it be the third woe in the last days when the Euphrates River dry up? All the Israel's going to know who they are all over again for no reason whatsoever, according to the way the world sees it. Trump or whoever know who we are, they tried their best to make sure we never find out. How did them niggas expect to find this out? What happened? Yesterday they was dumb, ignorant. All of a sudden they all over the world, just like that. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All these things can't be coincidence. Everything lining up at the same exact time, impossible. Only your God can do that. Read that again, 30.
"For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves."
Yahweh God is saying that my people, I know they're not going to listen to me. I know my people will never, ever, 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 ever listen to me. They just ain't going to do right. But even though they are hard-headed, I'm going to fix it when they come back to me. 1/3. I'm going to fix it. That's not our doing. We didn't decide to wake up and say, I'm going to find out who I am. Were you looking to say, were you trying to find out you were Israelite when we met? I wasn't trying to find out I was an Israelite. Why would I look for trying to find out I'm an Israelite? I knew who I was at the time. I knew I was African American. I knew I was black. That's who I was. Even though I didn't like that term. I think I did a video. Remember I did a video in 2015. I did a video saying that I'm not an American. Maya, do you remember that? 2015 in the studio, I did a video saying that I didn't want to be called American,
Yeah.
African American, or black.
Yeah.
I said I don't know who I was, but I knew I wasn't that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't looking to find if I was Israel. I wasn't looking for that because I didn't know. I didn't know better. That makes sense?
Yes.
But even though they are hard-headed and bad, ignorant, stupid, wicked, I want to fix it where they come back to me. This is what your God is saying. It ain't up to us, it's up to him. Keep reading.
And shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them an heart and an ear to hear.
I'm going to fix it where they can understand these things. I'm going to fix it where I'm just going to whisper in their ear, wake up. And they're going to wake up. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Nothing. That's on him. He decided, I'm going to give you an ear to hear. I'm going to give you eyes to see. He decided that. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Because you can show the same thing to everybody in your family. Are they going to believe it?
No.
No.
You know,
Go ahead.
I apologize.
No,
for
it's
cutting
all
you off. But you know how many times I heard that I'm an Israelite before you sat down and told me? It was through music though. Yeah, nobody like actually sat with me and told me like you're Israelite. The people that the Bible speaking of.
Right.
But Kendrick Lamar said it in the song a whole bunch of times.
Right.
I listen to that song all the time, even to this day.
Right.
But I never paid attention to
Right.
that I'm an Israelite.
It probably wasn't meant for you to hear because he don't keep the laws. You understand?
Yes, sir.
He don't keep the laws. Is the Most High going to use somebody on the left hand side to wake you up?
No, sir.
No. Why would you send a messenger that's up to no good to your child that ain't up to no good? You don't want to do that, right? Not saying that we can't go off. Not saying that we can't go off, but he's not going to use a vessel that is harboring wickedness. He's not going to use that vessel to knock on your door and say, wake up. He's not going to do that. Or here's something for you to eat. Why would he wouldn't do that? I would not eat food that my brother sent to me by way of a harlot. I don't know where her hands been. I wouldn't eat that. You understand?
You just made me think about DoorDash when you said that.
There you go. Y'all understand that though?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
right, exactly. Everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
Let's keep going. 32. There's more on that.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
Everybody hear that?
Yes,
sir.
In the land, these hard-headed people, in the last days, these hard-headed people, and they shall praise me in the land where they were sold into slavery. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And think upon my name. So where we are held captive and got slave ships, these boats, we are going to find out what God's real name is. That's what's going to happen. We're going to find out God's name. And we did. They didn't tell us. They didn't tell us we were Israelites. They didn't tell you were Gad, or I was Judite, or that you were Manasseh. They didn't tell us these things. Your God told you these things. You understand that? Our Heavenly Father who fight for us told us these things. They didn't tell us nothing. The only thing they told you was that you was a nigger. That's what they told you. That's what they told you. They told you you was a spick, a minority. That made me mad before I knew who I was. I remember me and my wife was talking about that. I asked you one time, Maya, if you remember, I said, Italians are not considered minorities. So why are y'all considered minorities? Remember I asked you that?
Yeah.
We're considered minorities, y'all considered minorities, but the Italians not considered minorities. And to me, at the time, I thought Hispanics were more similar to the Italians. I thought they were more related than we were with the Hispanics at that time. Did it make sense? I thought Negroes were all alone. It was nothing but just niggas by ourselves. Everybody else was who they were. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But then I learned that Hispanics were our brothers and sisters too. They were just divided and separated through language.
Boy, was I happy about that.
Say it again?
And boy, was I happy about that.
Right. Because Maya was a little nervous when I found that I was an Israelite. She was kind of nervous that, oh Lord, he's an Israelite and I'm not. So, you know, yeah, we were nervous until we found out that she was. She got real quiet, man. I was like, you all right, baby? She's just real quiet. Just keep reading.
And return from their sticking.
We're reading Baruch 2 and 33. Go ahead.
And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord.
So these Negroes and Spics are going to wake up in the land where they got off slave ships, and they're going to wake up and realize who they are. They're going to search for my name, and they're going to find my name, and then they're going to stop doing the wickedness that they've been doing. They're going to stop profaning the high holy days. They're going to stop doing what they want to on the Shabbat. They're going to stop doing these things. They're going to start keeping the laws, start wearing fringes and keeping the commandments. These are the things they're going to do. They're going to stop sinning in front of the Lord. Go ahead.
And I will bring them again to the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
Go ahead.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more divide my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
So it'll never happen again. It'll never happen again. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So we keep the laws to go back where we came from, where we know it's not going to happen again. This is the last time. This is the last time that we're dealing with this nonsense. All right, let's go back to that Luke. We left out on which verse in Luke 21?
12.
All right. Luke 21 and 12. Did we read 12?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so we're in 13.
Yes, sir.
All right, Luke 21, 13.
And it shall turn to you for a testimony.
Mm-hmm. Testimony is what?
It's be a witness.
A witness, right. Testimony is a witness. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And it shall turn to you for a testimony. What is it talking about? It. What is the it? It's talking about Sister Nyla or Maya. What is the it? It's talking about in 13. What's going to turn to you as a testimony?
What's happening? What's taking place at the end times?
You agree, sister?
Trying to read it again to see.
So what's the
Not
it
sure.
in 13?
Not sure. But before all of these,
What is the it? Your persecution. Your persecution is going to be your calling card.
okay.
Your persecution is what it's talking about. Your persecution is going to be a witness for you. This is what this sister has been doing. This is what this brother went through to get here. That makes sense to y'all?
Yes, sir.
This is what this sister has been doing to get the kingdom. This is what this brother did. This is his works to get the kingdom. It's talking about your persecution. Go ahead, 14.
14 says, settle it therefore in your hearts.
Read that again.
Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer.
Settle is to make it right.
Okay.
Make it right.
Make it right therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer.
Mm-hmm. Fix it. Just to fix it. That might be a better term, to fix it in your mind. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Everybody else understand that?
Yes, sir.
Explain that to me.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. You talking about 14, right? Settle it within.
Yeah.
Okay. Settle it.
I'm doing it on purpose too.
That's meditation. So So make things right already in your heart so that you don't have to prepare to what you're going to say.
So when it's saying prepare it or settle it or make it right in your hearts, where do you make it right?
Your
Like
mind.
you say, in your mind?
Right. Yeah, make it right up in here.
Yeah.
Right. Make it right in your mind. Not to meditate before what ye shall answer. Right? So fix it in your mind. Fix it in your mind to not to meditate before what you shall answer. That makes sense?
Can
Yes.
this was just a little that I didn't know it was this actual precept, but it stays on my mind because like sometimes when the cops get behind me,
You think about what you're gonna say?
sometimes
Right.
I do,
Yeah.
but then as soon as I think about it, I be like, it is what it is,
Right.
and I just keep it going.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah. That's pretty much what Yahweh is saying.
yeah,
Same thing. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, bro.
exactly.
You know what's gonna happen. You know what they're gonna do, and you know the outcome of it. So it
Exactly.
is what it is. Don't even sweat that. Don't try to figure out how to talk your way out of this stuff. Cause he didn't do it. When they had him jammed up, he just kind of ignored them a little bit. He didn't really answer all their questions. He answered their questions if it was sincere. If it wasn't sincere, he wouldn't even take the time to even answer. So do the same thing.
My boss man would be like, take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like,
Take it like knock the dust off and keep going. Is that what that means?
you already know what's gonna happen, so like whatever coming to you, just take
Right.
it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, that makes sense. Take it on the chin. I like that. That's cool. Your boss man, Israelite?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I was gonna say no.
Say what?
I was gonna say no, but he is.
He's a heathen.
Yeah, he just don't know he is Israelite.
Right.
You're a Gentile.
All right. So don't prepare your answers, especially when they try to jam you up. Go ahead.
We on 16, right?
15.
15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
Right. They're not going to be able. They're not going to be able to trump what you say. And so don't sweat what you think you need to say. Just you probably just want to pray at that moment. Don't worry about what's going to come out your mouth, because it may be precepts that you wouldn't even think about that's going to pop in your mind. You understand? If your mind is trying to figure out what you're going to say, those precepts probably going to pop into your mind. So allow yourself to be an empty vessel at that moment. Don't sweat it. Let the Most High speak to you. Go ahead.
And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death.
This is talking about before the end come. These are the things. This is Jacob's trouble. This is real. Just as real as you can see chariots flying around. Just as real as you can see Euphrates River drying up. Just as real as you can go on YouTube and see brothers all over the globe saying Kwam Yasharala, even in different languages. Just as real as that is, so is verse 16 in Luke 21. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brothers. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your own parents are going to tell you to not do this, not approach the Bible like it's a history book that you just read and learn from. You're just supposed to close it and just pray on it. That's what they're telling you. Whether they're articulating it that way, that's what they're saying. They're saying close that book and just pray. That is wicked. That is wicked. You shall be betrayed both by parents and your brothers and kinfolks and your friends. Yahweh is telling you everybody you know is going to hinder you from the kingdom. That's what your Lord is telling you. Everybody you know is going to try to stop you from making it to the kingdom. Everybody you know. Both your parents, your brother, and your kinfolks and your friends are going to stop you. They're going to betray you. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death. You understand?
Yes, sir.
There are brothers right now that they found themselves on FBI websites in their garments with paragraphs and paragraphs about them. So they know who you are. If you are on YouTube, TikTok, or any online device on a smartphone, if you are saying Kwame Yasharala or Shalom, they know who you are. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Y'all understand what I'm saying to y'all?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying that if you go outside your door or speak on your phone or do what we're doing now, you are a target. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You are a target. So Yahushua was a target and we are a target. Khan, know this. So prepare yourselves for these things. Prepare your wives, prepare your children, prepare each other for this. What's to come. This is going to happen. They're going to persecute us. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Let's keep going. Who's saying this?
Yahushua.
Yahushua just said that out of his own mouth. Some of y'all, they're going to have some of your family, friends, your cousins, they're going to cause some of y'all to be put to death. They're going to, whatever they got on you, they're going to use that against you. Why? Because they can't stand you. Why? Because you are an awakened Israelite who serves the Lord. They hate you. They hate you. They hate you. Y'all, you don't fit with them. You don't fit with them. Because if you did, the Most High would hate you. And if you